4 kids, Sunday to Sunday. Flyer and round trips when she hit the runway. Comedy original, she do shit her own way. Made the stage her place, moving at her own pace. Fuck with her the wrong way, it's gonna be a long day. She was basketball wives, loving hip hop too. Born in 81, one day forward turned to 82. Funny, ratchet, and cute. She a winner, that's true. She don't even take L's, eating alphabet soup. Mayday, mayhem, 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 Mayday, mayhem. She a cool black nerd, always been smart. Ever since she turned 8, wanted her name in the charts. Monty Python was a shit. Richard Pryor made a start. Red Fox and Eddie Murphy, inspiration to her art. Who you know got banned from the dollar store for throwing canned goods at a baby father though. She a good mother though. She ain't worried about laughs cause she gon' get a lot of those. Showtime at the Apollo though. And she paint the perfect picture telling stories up in all the jokes. You don't really want the drama bro. Cause Mabel cool, Mayday nice, Mayday want all the smoke. Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem.
Hey, what's cracking, lacking, y'all? It's your girl, Mayday Mayhaim. That is my, of course, official theme song. Ooh, it's early, y'all. Get my coffee over here, got me choking, child. But as you can see from the title, we are here to talk about love and Hip Hop ATL. Child. Now, I know y'all saw the last episode. Ooh, child. I was devastated. Yes, that is a real word for me. Devastated. I was devastated. Now, I want to go to the more upbeat things that I heard and saw. Well, first of all, Rashida planned a trip for all the girls to go on a skiing trip. It's like a little ski resort they could have went to and everything. But unfortunately, Rashida was not able to go because her son, well, Kurt's son, he got into some trouble and legal trouble where he was out doing a run or something, running errands, and he was stopped by the police and they found, quote on what they say, allegedly, they found a sawed-off shotgun or some type of weapon and drugs in the vehicle. So he's, in a situation. So she decided not to go. But Rashida's child was not the only one that was in a situation. And my heart went out to Sierra. But see, I'm a little bit more hood because if my baby would have been jumped on in school by a grown woman, and this same grown woman live in the same building I live in, no. But see, I have to respect Sierra because she's doing it the right way. Okay, I'm going to take my child out of this environment. And I totally understand because children can be mean, but sometimes adults can be meaner. So I totally agree with her daughter going to stay with Shooter, which is her father, until we get everything straightened out in this situation. And yes, I can understand why she needed to get away, because when I first heard it happen, I'm like, why would you go on a trip and your daughter is having an issue in school? But after seeing and understanding, oh, okay, this chick stay in the same building. So not only do her daughter need a break, but she needs a break. We don't know, hypothetically speaking, that this trip didn't save lives or save someone from getting hurt, because that's a real threat when you have someone that supposedly, well, not supposedly, she did. A grown woman and her daughter jumps on your child, and you stay in the same building with them, and you're already fighting a court case where you could have possibly went to jail, and now you don't want to go to jail for this situation with this woman and her child. So I can understand why she had to get away. It's just to clear her mind. I totally get it. So who do we have going on the trip? Rashida didn't go because, of course, what I just said. The Kurt's son got into some trouble. Son got in trouble, so they have to deal with that. Okay. So who went on the trip? Carly Red and Sierra. Now don't forget, Sierra and Carly Red had a fight. And Carly was pretty much saying what I had said at first, but I changed my perspective after hearing the whole entire story. You had the Bambi, and oh my God, Pola Bam Bam. Pola Bambi. She's going through her own drama because the last episode before this, Mama D was on some bogus type stuff. They had a family gathering, a family sit down, because it was it was Scrappy, Bambi, Mama D, Bambi's mama, and they kids, Scrap's daughter, and Bambi and Scrap's son. So they all sitting in, and here come Mama D and Ernest. What did Mama D do? She comes in that dress like she's going to a funeral. And she actually has an obituary. With this woman had obituary actually made with Bambi's mama's face on it. Now that is too much for me. That is way too much. Way, way, way too much. And Mama D did cross the line, and she bogus. She bogus as hell for that. You are so wrong for that. You are, for one, ma'am, you are too old to be doing that. Let's be real. Hell, I'm 38 and I'm too old to be doing something like that. So I'm just being real. You are too old. Way too old. My mother is in her 70s, and my mother wouldn't do that. So it's just like she tried to do something for shock value, and it kind of backfired on her. So Bambi is dealing with that. The Bam is on a trip. Shakana is coming on a trip. Spice is on a trip, and Shakana and Spice had their little issues, and I can understand where Shakana and Spice is coming from with that. And who else were those on the trip? Shakana, Spice, oh, and Mimi, of course. How can I forget Mimi? I love me some Mimi. I love Mimi. Mimi was there. So yeah, it was Mimi, Bam, Spice, Sierra, and Carly Red, and Shakina's was meeting them there. So on the trip, the Bam was feeling kind of, nauseous, and come to find out, the Bam is pregnant, and I am so happy for her and Scrappy. Like, I think she kind of had a feeling, because this what had happened, right, y'all? She had went and did she was like, I just don't feel good, on the bus ride, because they took a 5-hour bus ride there. And she was just like, oh, I just don't feel good, and Sierra was eating peanuts and told her, well, you might be, take these peanuts and it kind of help. And she was like, oh, it do help. She said, yeah, but Sierra told her, yeah, but I only do that when it only helps me when I'm pregnant. And so Bambi says what I thought was true too. When I was breastfeeding, she's like, I'm breastfeeding. You can't get pregnant and you breastfeed. I said to myself, ooh, bam. Yes, you can. You can't get pregnant. But I feel her, because years ago I thought the same thing. I'm like, if I'm breastfeeding, I can't get pregnant. Whoops. Yeah, I'm pregnant, y'all. So it happens. But so they all stopped and bought pregnancy tests. And Bambi was like, okay, we all gonna take pregnancy tests and we gonna flip out and find out who's pregnant, who's not. Bambi had went past and saw that her pregnancy test was positive. So she decided to play a prank on Sierra, which was hilarious because I actually found out I was pregnant like that. So they pull out the pregnancy tests because they supposed to get ready to go out to the club. They're like, before we go out, let's take a shot and look at these pregnancy tests. All of them started turning over, and Sierra picks up her. She's like, it say, well, what's wrong with it? Say I'm pregnant. And it was like, you pregnant? She, girl, baby. Oh, girl started bawling and crying so hard. And she was like, oh, I just got, no. And I swear to God, I understand. I understand because literally, no lie, I found out I was pregnant with my 16-year-old like that. We was all just messing with pregnancy tests. Long story short, I worked in the office and we always messing with some pregnancy tests, and I found out I was pregnant through us playing with pregnancy tests. So it happens. And it was hilarious. And then Bambi had, when she saw how upset Sierra was, Bambi had to sit her down and was like, okay, look, I'm playing. It's my test. You not pregnant, because she was even holding, that ain't mine. This is not mine. This ain't mine. So yeah, that was a funny little thing. But also they learned on the trip, like Shekinah had a conversation because they was like, you ain't never got no man. You ain't never got no man. And I yet again, I understand where Shekinah is coming from when she says these things. Why do I need a man when not all, let me get that correct, when they lie, they cheat, they steal, and I'm not talking like material things. Like she revealed that she was not only mentally abused, but physically abused. And I can tell you, mental abuse is way harder to overcome than physical abuse. Saying no abuse is okay, none. But physical abuse, those scars will heal over time. That's just like if you get a cut on your hand, it's a cut, it scabs up, and over time, it makes a little scar, and it'll heal over time. And then sometimes you have to really look hard, be like, it didn't even leave a scar. But emotional pain, that's totally different because that's like almost a wound that never closes. It's literally a wound that never closes because unlike a cut on the hand that'll heal, the emotions is that goes very deep, very, very deep. So that happened, and she revealed, that's why she don't date. She says she's been mentally abused, physically abused. Men play games, they lie. They have women across America and everywhere else, and it's just too much for her. And I can sympathize with that because, yet again, I was in that same path a few years ago where I said, I'm not dating, I'm not talking to no one, I don't want to date because all men do is manipulate. But not only men, women manipulate too. Like, let's just say people manipulate people. So I totally understand where Shekinah was coming from that. And I feel her with that. Like, she got a new bound of respect from me with that. So I really appreciate Shekinah telling her story. Not only did Shekinah tell a story, but Alexa Sky also, told her story on how she was sex trafficked and they had a whole situation, about that where, and yes, sex trafficking is true and real, not only in ATL, but it's real in Chicago, it's real in LA, it's real in New York, it's real around the world. Sex trafficking is a real thing. And yes, predators do go in places where parents would particularly feel that their children are safe, like a church, a school, parks, you know. And yes, these predators do tell the children, yeah, if you tell your mommy I'm going to kill them, or I'm going to hurt you, or do you want to die? So yes, and they're children. They're 13, 14, 15 years old, so their minds are easily manipulated. And it's just that simple. And I applaud Alexa Sky for coming on and telling her story, you know, because so many of us have these stories, or our children have these stories, or our parents have these stories. And, it's taboo. We don't talk about that. No, 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 we don't talk about that. But it has to be talked about. That way, people can be educated, and the younger generation of girls and boys can be educated, because sex trafficking not only happens for girls, it happens for boys too. It's the raw, honest thing that happens here, but it happens. And I applaud Alexa Sky and Jacques and all the other women on the panel that came forward and told their stories, because it does happen. Even uh, the oh my God, what is her name? I can't call it right now. But Akbar was there, and she made a point when she said, when you think about child abduction, you think about, ooh, the man in the white van giving you candy. But it's not always that. Like, they manipulate, they talk to you, they fight, and see places with schools and churches and stuff. These adults around have um a sense of what's going on, because they already know, oh, that parent that parent is not all the way there for their child, or that child's parents never here. Let me talk to them and let them listen, just to give them an ear, and that's how the manipulation starts and begins. So I applaud Jacques for even bringing that to light. Him and his fiance brought that to light. Like, I applaud that, and that, that they brought that to life. Because it's something that really does need to be talked about. Then, baby, now here comes some real drama. Ooh, child. Here come real drama. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Scrap Leon. Ooh, little sexy little Scrap Leon. Him right, y'all. His sister, Cheyenne. I have a daughter named Cheyenne, so I really like that name. I be like, Cheyenne. I like that name. So, Scrap's sister Cheyenne has been talking to Shooter for about the past 2 years or so, or whatever. Before, while Scrap was locked up, they was talking. Okay, now, not only Shooter been talking to Cheyenne, but he been hollering at Kiyomi. And we all know who Kiyomi is. That is the famous chick that almost put out Bow Wow's ass. But I understand she don't want to be known just for scrapping and biting half of Bow Wow's body off. She don't want to be known for that. I feel that, because that's not good publicity. Not all publicity is good publicity. So I feel her, and she wants the world to know that I'm not just a chick that beat the hell out of Bow Wow. That ain't me. Well, I'm sorry, Bow. You got stomped out a little bit, baby. Just a little bit. Like, she took a bite out of you, baby. I'm sorry. I apologize, but she told you up. Now, Shooter is messing with Kiyomi, and Kiyomi is like, look, I don't care that you got other women out there, long as they know that I'm number one and they see me in the streets with you, they don't say a word to me. We don't have no problems. Now, um, there was Jock was holding like a card party, just like a little event, everybody just get together, have a little fun. Ooh. He was holding a little card party. And everybody started showing up. So Scrap and Cheyenne showed up. Baby, Shooter walked in with Kiyomi, and they both was wearing a matching outfit, white. And let's not forget, Street Jafari and Erica Mena came back. Of course, they just got married and had a baby, and Erica is glowing. Like, I'm like, you go, Erica, girl. Like, it's 2 snaps and a spin for you, boo boo. I'm so proud of you. And Safari, so they came in. Even my mother, like I say, my mother's 70 years old. She be hollering, Street. So Safari and them, they came in to the little car party. And everybody was like, what's going on? Because when Shooter and Kiyomi walk in, Scrap is sitting there with Cheyenne, and he telling Cheyenne, man, Joe, just calm down. Because Cheyenne like, who the fuck's her? Who's her? Who's she? Baby, that happened. And it ended with them going back and forward. And it's crazy because Kiyomi, she handled herself. She was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? Like, he's here with me. And she's telling Cheyenne is telling Shooter, you need to come over here and talk to me right now. Not right now. And Kiyomi was like, no, you ain't going nowhere. Whatever you can say to him, you can say to me, because I know everything that's going on anyway. So, and Shooter did not go nowhere. Now, me personally, I've been in a few relationships that was serious. And yes, it is serious when you come into a place or a party and y'all are wearing matching outfits. Like, me and my exes, we have been in several places and we go out together and we have matching outfits on, matching colors. Like if I'm wearing if he's wearing, like, one time we went out, one of my exes, and it was like a I don't know what type of damn party did we go to. We went to some type of party, and I had on a peach dress with, like, it was a kind of peach like dress with like a blue stripe across it. And he had on what? A blue suit with, peach accents in his suit. So, we were pretty much dressed to match each other. And that's serious because that means you talked, you took time. Yeah, we're going to wear this and I'm going to do that and this, that, third. So, yeah, it's serious. When you wearing, y'all color coordinating, is real serious. So, like I said, they came in and Cheyenne was like, what the fuck? What's going on? Woo, 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 woo. And he was like, I'm with her. You know what this is? Woo, woo, woo. And it ended with them like pretty much fighting. The girl, Kiyomi and Cheyenne fighting. But prior to this, Scrap was a little pissed off with Shooter because, like he said, if you talking to my sister, why wouldn't you tell me? It should be all good. You talk, it's my sister. It should be all good. It should be no problems. But it was a problem because even Scrap said, I be out with this dude and he ain't acting like he in a relationship. So, and they was even supposed to be opening up a business, a barber shop or something. And Scrap is like, I don't think I want to do this with you because you didn't even tell me the truth that you was messing with my sister. Like, that's my sister. So Scrap is even like, he don't even want to go further with Shooter because he wasn't honest with being with him. He wasn't honest with Shooter about being with Cheyenne. So that was that whole little debacle. Like, I can't wait till next week. I'm like, ooh, child. I cannot wait. So I will be right back with y'all with another installment of Love and Hip Hop ATL because it is supposed to go down next week. Thank you for joining me and listening in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. It's right there. Just type, 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 click, click, click. And I will be right back at y'all later on. So y'all have a great day. Be safe during this time of the coronavirus. I want everyone to stay as safe and as healthy as you most possibly can during this time. And I'll be back at y'all later. I be safe, be humble, and everybody just be yourself, be safe, be humble, and be nice. All right, I'm out. Y'all have a good one.
We don't even take L's, eating alphabet soup. Mayday, mayhem, 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 mayday, mayhem. She a cool black nerd, always been smart. Ever since she turned 8, wanted her name in the charts. Monty Python was a shit, Richard Pryor made a start. Red Fox and Eddie Murphy, inspiration to her art. Who you know got banned from the dollar store for throwing canned goods at a baby father though. She a good mother though. She ain't worried about laughs cause she gon' get a lot of those. Showtime at the Apollo though. Then she paint the perfect picture telling stories up in all the jokes. You don't really want the drama bro. Cause Mabel cool, Mayday nice, Mayday want all the smoke. Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem, Mayday, mayhem.